Hello, me hearties. A very good afternoon to you. It's 3 o'clock on Saturday afternoon. I thought I'd just say hi to every single one of you and a big dinky-do just to see who's about. As you know, we like to try out various pop-ups and random pop-ups at that. So here we are, just to say hi and to say dinky-do. Do come and join us. Tell us where you're watching from and let us know just how far we are going at this time on a Saturday afternoon. Fantastic. Tell 10 to tell 10 to tell 10. There's Luke has just joined us. Lovely to have you with us, Luke. And a big dinky-do to you, I say to you. So there we are. Spread the word and let everybody know that Scottie McClue, hashtag FlowTie, the world's top talk show host, is with you right now, and we are live. We never scroll and we never troll, of course. These are the only rules. Absolutely. So there's Scottie McClue, the only 3 p.m. kickoff today that's worth watching. Stallion, is there football on? I've never, ever been bothered about that. The only trouble is I don't want in trouble from the television companies for pinching their audience at the height of it. So there you go. Lovely to have you with us, the Stallion Fish, and I thank you. Grant is watching from sunny Sheffield in South Yorkshire. That's it, fantastic. Lovely to have you with us, Grant. Do you like Still Game? I do. And apparently, I was the original inspiration for Still Game, Scottie McClue. Can you say hi to Natasha and Cheryl in Hamilton? Dinky-do, of course we can. How's the main man doing? We're fine, Jay. Guys, when you join us, tell us where you're watching from. It's very important. And, of course, remember that we are on tonight at 9 o'clock sharp with the evening phone-in. So that should be rather good, I say to you. We're just spinning a very small goal, hats and moustache. So there you are. Every little gift helps with promoting the show. Who do you like in Still Game? I like all of them. I think they are very clever and very funny and very entertaining. So there you have it. Although I wouldn't like to think that people thought that's what all of Scotland was like. I'm watching from Renfrewshire, says Luke. Excellent. Opinion on Yorkshire Terriers. I like all animals and all dogs, as you well know. I used to have terriers, West Highland Whites, and I love Yorkshire Terriers as well, and Border Terriers and Jack Russells. The only trouble is they tend to bark. None of my Labradors bothered barking. So there you go. I'll have my reader button ready come at 9 p.m. sharpish. Stallion Fish, fantastic. That would be just amazing, I say to you. What do you think of the Royal Regiment of Scotland? Well, we love them, Robbie, but I would like to have kept the proper regimental names. You know, the Argylls and the Camerons and the Seaforths and the Black Watch and the King's Own Scottish Borderers and the Royal Highland Fusiliers. There you are, all these, but it's always been amalgamation. Hello from Lincoln, says Ebenezer. Ebenezer, how lovely to have you with us. I remember you from your night shift show on the radio. And hello there from Glasgow. We thank you very much, Robbie. Scots rule. Yes, well, they should do. They actually do. The monarchy is essentially Scottish. Yes, well, originally Irish and Celtic. Black Watch is the best. Robbie, thank you for my beautiful heart. That's so very, very kind of you. You've just become number 26 and a member of the team. Hello from sunny Sussex. John, we love it. Are you in East Sussex or West Sussex or Sussex by the sea? Been a long time. I last saw you live on Facebook. Sean, that's right. Used to do a lot of Facebook lives. We're mainly TikTok and YouTube now. And I would ask you all to check out the YouTube channel. Hello from Fife, says Jackie, and Savannah. Fantastic. There's 2 people from Fife right away. Tremendous. My granddad was the Highland Light Infantry, the HLI, when I used to stay just down the road from the Maryhill Barracks. Isn't that beautiful? From Edinburgh, Sean, lovely to have you with us from Edinburgh, Ken. Another one. Yes, indeed, Matthew. Hello from Paisley. Hello and welcome, Paisley. I say to you, my stamping ground. Are you from Scotland? Savannah, I am from Scotland. Yes, you've got one. Can you not tell by my broad Scottish accent? England's better, says Red Cross. In what way, Red Cross? I'm not saying it's not. My uncle was in the Highland Fusiliers, the HF, yes, indeed. What regiment were you in? So there we are. Well, you've got to tell me. So there you are. What do you think of, yes, I love it, absolutely, Scott FM, that's the radio station. I remember you from Scott FM, and check out all the TikTok videos, guys. And we talk about Scott FM on the TikTok videos. Very, very important. Now, if you're on the YouTube, of course, make sure you subscribe. It's the world's best kept secret. I'll tell you what would be a bit of fun. I've just done a little video on TikTok and YouTube, and it's just a joke. It's a bit of a light-hearted joke. It would be nice to see how far we can get that particular video by the end of the live stream. See what I just did there? I've always been a broadcaster, and I talk about broadcasting, the end of the broadcast, the end of the program, the end of the show. The Royal Scots, yes, just one T, Jamie, and no apostrophe. So there you are. You've got two mistakes in 3 words there. Tut, tut, tut. The Royal Scots, SCOTS. The Black Watch, I think. Yes, indeed, Jackie. The Black Watch, the Highland Police. Tell me what I'm drinking and no funny jokes. Oh. That's absolutely lush, I can tell you. Nice picture of your son. Thank you very much. Yes, indeed. We are you from Northern Ireland. From Northern Ireland. From Belfast. That's the stuff. Were you in Stogame? No, I didn't. I would have loved a little cameo role just by way of acknowledging that I was the original inspiration. It's not water, Jackie, no. What university did you go to? I went to the finest university in the whole of the world. I went to Glasgow University, and again, if you check out all the TikTok videos, you'll see a bit of chat about Glasgow University. I was in them as well. Jamie, were you? Fantastic. Peach schnapps and lemonade. Jackpot. I don't actually do the alcohol, but it's not peach schnapps and it's not lemonade. So I'll give you another little look, everybody, and you've got to tell me. But as I say, no funny cracks, you know. Oh, it's so lush. It's wonderful, health-giving. The Black Watch is a good regiment. I used to be in the RTC. DINky-DOO Scottie from Luke. Sparkling water. Now, Luke, for goodness sake, British Army man, how much sparkle are you seeing in that? Let's have it straight. How much fizz is left in that cream soda? We love it. Moonshine. Lemon water. Sean, you're not too far away, but it's not lemon water, no. Wonderful to have everybody along. Check out the YouTube channel, guys, the world's best kept secret. And I'll tell you where you'll get the link is on the TikTok bio. Facts and figures are now here. Absolutely, Charlie. Nothing but the truth. So there we are. It must be coffee. No, the Chungus. I haven't had coffee for 42 years. So I'm not going to suddenly go back to Scottish is the best fresh. Absolutely. Aldo, you are correct, sir. Tremendous. So there you go. Right, guys, get onto the YouTube videos and start liking and sharing. We want to see if we can get, if you like the wee joke. Tell me if you like the wee joke. It's just about I think it's one video away. I think it's the last video we did. Ah, that's new clear coffee. No chungus. No, not coffee. Does anybody know any doubters that go on like that? They go, no, away. No, nonsense. All that stuff. The doubters. Keep the noise down, please. We're trying to broadcast here. Sorry, live stream. I think that's must be. If you'll pardon me, there are followers, guys, as soon as you possibly can. And Dinky-Doo, I say to you, now don't forget we're live tonight at 9 o'clock sharp. Never, ever, ever miss a second of Scottie McClue. You miss a second of Scottie McClue, you miss a moment of life. And we don't want that again, do we? I still have my Bible that I swore in my life to serve and protect. Good one, Jamie. If you had to recommend anywhere in Scotland to visit, where would it be? All of it, I think. I think you'd like all of it. A jolly good Sunday afternoon, sir. I think Pitlochry might suit you. A nice wee dram, my laddie. No, Aldo, we don't do a wee dram, my laddie. But you can if you wish, of course. Follow us, guys, as soon as you can. Scottie says, Beast Goose, you're a national treasure. Mr. Goose, so are you, I say to you. Hey, Scottie, hello, Olivia, Dinky-Doo. Love the hat, Scottie, do you like it? The Glengarry. What's your opinions on Falkirk? We like it. The first football game I ever went to was Falkirk. Rangers versus Falkirk at Brockville. So there you go. The Highlands and Edinburgh or Glasgow. Yes, all of that. So can you say hi to Alicia? Of course I can. Have you ever fancied living abroad? I think I might enjoy Crete or Greece or the south of France. I'm just thinking of the best food. Italy, of course, you know. So there you are. What cap badge have you got? I've got my own cap badge, the Hand of Justice, you see. Aberdeenshire greeting, Aberdeen McLeod, fit like foo's your do's. Fast happening. Are you anywhere near West Lothian, Scottie? I'm not terribly near West Lothian, but I know the Calders, and I know Forth. I've always wanted to live in Ireland, Chungus. I can back you 100% there. I would like right down to the south, down about maybe Clonakilty and the Ring of Kerry. And I think I could probably just diddle by there, walking on the beach with the Labrador. What about Armadale? Yes, indeed, that's quite far up in the Highlands, Jamie. Or do you mean Armadale in West Lothian? I know it fine. The bus used to stop in Armadale. Dublin was brill when I went. Dublin is always brill. I mean, Dublin is an outstanding city, you know. Big advert for staying in Europe. Sing the Scottish national anthem. Ah, Frankie. God save our gracious King, long live our noble King, God save the King. Send him victorious, happy and glorious, long to reign over us, God save the King. There you go, guys. The Scottish national anthem. Isn't that beautiful? What have we got? Celtic or Rangers? Well, Hill, I'd say to you. And we are the people, of course. Some comments in the live have been filtered to protect the community's experience. I love that, guys, because that just means some wee troll's been sent to the Swanee. It's Flower of Scotland. No. Flower of Scotland's a folk tune, not the national anthem. I don't know where you've got that. Old Frankie, where are you getting this nonsense? No. Flower of Scotland is a very nice piece of folk music written by the very talented Roy Williamson, one half of the Corries. Nothing to do with a national anthem. Oh, no, 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 no. It's a mistake that sometimes people make. It's a very daft mistake, but we do like Flower of Scotland. I love being an American, but Americans are getting on nerves. I need a break. I need to go to Ireland. Chungus, Ireland for you. Whereabouts in America are you? What football team do you support? Well, I'm very fond of Man U. I like your Range Rover Model A, the P38. I used to have one of these. Yes, indeed. An excellent machine. Why do Scots rugby team sing Flower of Scotland? Well, because it catches on. It's a catchy wee folk tune. And the rugby like it. Do you know what I mean? I think it probably came into being when they were playing England. But no, the Scottish national anthem is definitely 100% God Save the King. So belt it out, guys. I love to hear the Celtic belting it out at the Old Firm game. And the Rangers, of course. God Save the King's the British national anthem. Well, Aaron, Scotland is British. You know, we might want independence, but Britain, you see, there's no such country as Britain. Britain is a landmass, and Great Britain is the big bit, and the smaller bit is the north of Ireland. So there you have it. So, the British national anthem is the Scottish national anthem because the king is our head of state. I mean, check out the order of precedence for Scotland. And it's the king. He's our sovereign lord. It's like England singing Swing Low. Have you ever been to Ayr? Of course, old Frankie. I used to regularly go to Ayr to walk the dog. Beautiful beach at Ayr. We love it. So there you have it, and Dinky-Doo. Right, can everybody watching check out the YouTube channel right now? You'll see the link in the TikTok bio. Were you part of the Argyll and Sutherland Highlanders? Well, there's a wee story there. Absolutely. I'm from Rutherglen, but I live in Yorkshire now. Whereabouts? Fantastic. So there you go. Dinky-Doo from Gotham City Centre. You haven't heard the last of me, Batman. Oh, I think we have, Joker, huh? Most of my ancestors came over from Ireland. Absolutely. Well, everybody is from Ireland to a greater or less extent. Do tell the story. So there you go. So there we go. Old Frankie supports the crown. Dinky-Doo, the Joker. Thoughts on the situation? Yes, I won't comment on that, Mr. Pink, because obviously that boy's got some explaining to do. Does someone steal one of your paintings and try to escape out the window? No. We are the people, says Scott G. God save the king, says MacLeod. Well, I think everybody in the UK is a royalist, regardless of your country. There we are. No, you talked like the Joker, but do you have the laugh? The sort of, ha, 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 ha. Oh, are you for independence? Well, Dougie, yes, but I would trade independence if we could arrange for Scotland to keep all its income, yes, and not be paying anything to Westminster. So there you have it, because at the moment Scotland very heavily subsidises Westminster at the expense of Scotland. So Scotland is really treated as a colony. Scottie McClue is the go-at. Thank you very much. For no bias, after you said we are the people. So there we are. Yes, indeed, we are the people. Hail, hail. King's coronation costs over 100 million, yet there are homeless. Yes. So, Sean, let's just deal with this right now. Supposing the king had never been coronated, and supposing we didn't have a monarchy, are you saying there would be no homeless and everybody would be well fed? Or do you think it might be ever so slightly political? Do you think maybe it's the government that have caused people to starve and the food banks? I think it is. I don't think it's anything to do with the monarchy. The monarchy costs you about a bag of crisps a year, max. So there you are. No country will ever be truly free, sadly, even over here in America. Well, no, not until we change things about a bit. So there we are. Thoughts on the women drivers? Well, they think differently in general, don't they? Abolish the monarchy. What? Why would you do that? Get rid of the only asset we've got. Are you kidding? So there you are. Hope your Dinky-Doo. Hugs from Scotland. The king is Sir Scottie. Yes, he's our sovereign lord. Scottie McClue, are you from Edinburgh? No. Robert says our government is corrupt. Well, I didn't used to think that, Robert, but I'm a wee bit suspicious. 250 billion gone on Brexit. Now, that would have fed the homeless, Sean. There we go. Have you heard of Mrs. Brown's Boys? Not recently. I know who you mean. Very, very good. Very funny. Yes, we definitely need a new president and waiting for Trump. Trump will be back next year and will save the world. Rangers, Celtic or St Mirren? Ooh, you've got a tough choice there. Why don't you go and see them all play and just make a decision? That's what I do. There we have it. What's your thoughts on the Russia-Ukraine war? Well, we don't talk about that because they don't like it. On the mainstream media don't like us talking about it. Favorite character on Dad's Army was Fraser. We are a fan of the series. I don't think I could be a much bigger fan of anything than I am of Dad's Army. There's actually nothing about the Second World War, nothing about the army, nothing about the Home Guard. It's superb actors putting together huge comedy. Love it. Not my king. Newsflash, everyone's king. So drop all that not my king nonsense. It's the crown we're supporting. If you don't like the incumbent, then at least respect the office. That's what I would say to you. Now then, guys, get on the YouTube channel and start spreading the word, can you? Can you shout out my pal, Jack? So there you are. Yes, I can. I worked with Melvin. Lovely, funny man. Absolutely. Guns, drugs, and violence, they all do much the same. Mr. Pink. Scottie, please say, stay fabulous. Well, hashtag stay fabulous, everybody. What advice would you give to a 19-year-old not knowing what to do in the future? Zach, knowing what you want to do is the first step to achieving it, but my advice would be just love being you. And then other people will appreciate you and they will start to offer you academic courses, work, all that sort of thing, and see what you want to do. Have a think. Was it true that Arthur Lowe was a bit of a swine to work with? No, I think he was just very professional. And he suffered from narcolepsy. He used to drop off on stage. He always woke up for his line. But no, he was very professional, but he acted a bit of a swine. Otherwise, people, if they'd found out that he was such a nice man, they'd have, it would have spoiled the reputation of Captain Mannering. So when he was on the train, people had greeted the cast at a railway station once. And Arthur knocked the window and said, "Go on, you people, away out of here." And they were going, "What an old so-and-so." But in actual fact, he was just keeping, he said, no, you've got to do that. Otherwise, it's gone. Do you know what I mean? He had to maintain Captain Mannering's reputation for ordering people about. So there you are. Advice for someone who's just got out of jail for armed robbery and has schizophrenia. I think you need the highest of professional help all the time and take it a day at a time. So there you go. You need to rebuild your brain, rebuild your mind. Thoughts on independence? Yes. I mean, economically, I'd like to see Scotland independent. It was for 1,000 years. And it's only the last 313 years have been a bit of a blip. 316 years now, isn't it? Afternoon, Scottie. Afternoon, Archie. So there we are. What have we got? Opinions on Stuarts. You mean as a family, the Stuart Kings. Do you have any dogs, Scottie? I don't at the moment, Bungalicious. But we had Lord Reith, who you can see behind me. And then we had wee Clyde. Thank you for speaking today. Your voice reminds me of home. Isn't that beautiful? I now live in Omaha, in Nebraska. Omaha, Nebraska. Got you. Thank you for speaking today. Your voice reminds me of home. I now live in Omaha, in Nebraska. Dinky-Doo, we send you love to America, I say to you. Scottie, just listen to one of your classics. Three of us were chuckling. You definitely need one day of the week of the Dafties ringing. Yes, I think let them go for it. Absolutely. Oh, the YouTube's jumping around. What's going on? Oh, we're not going to lose it. Let it settle. There we go. Settling down. The Stuarts, yes, absolutely. Love your insights and things. Where did you pick up all your knowledge? Are you a bit of a scholar? Well, do you know, hey-ho, I have spent a lifetime reading and reading and reading. My mother taught me to read when I was about 3. She was very good at that. She used to sit down beside me in the kitchen steps and get me reading. I don't know that the teachers in primary 1 would be too chuffed with that, but anyway. And I've just read ever since, and I feel my purpose in life is, not to gather possessions, not to own oil wells or anything like that. It's to acquire knowledge and pass it on to young people who need it, to save them a lot of bother and heartache. So I think that's probably my function in life. And I've survived up till now. So hopefully, enough money and support will come my way at some point just to enable me to do that. There's an academic appointment called a reader at a university. It's professorial level appointment. And I used to think, that's an appointment I would like to hold. I would imagine you read all the materials for the department. And I think in life, if I got a title, it would be that of reader. So what does Scottie McClue do? He's a reader. There we go. Celtic Rangers, Jack, best advice I can give you, if you're swithering, is to go and see them both play and then just make a decision. Now, it's not cast in stone. If you saw the Rangers play and you thought, they're brilliant, you could support them for 2 or 3 weeks, and then you might see the Celtic play and think, I'm going to change. But you'll need 2 scarves and 2 Tory bonnets. But what I would suggest is that make sure that the opposite bonnet's not sticking out your pocket if you're up their end at the Old Firm games. That's what I would say. I think it's time to do away with all that now and have Glasgow United. So there we go. I say to you. Now, what's happening here, guys? We need to know. Now, remember, we're on tonight at 9 o'clock sharp. Never, ever, ever miss a moment of Scottie McClue, or you miss a moment of life. So there you have it. Jack saying the Celtic and the Rangers. What do we think, guys? Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, Jan. So there, isn't she lovely? Isn't she wonderful? Hello from Sudanese. There we are. Just to keep your head up. I've not got schizophrenia, but I have done time. So there we are. Right, Jamie. The YouTube has grown a pair of wings. Have you followed it, Mr. Pink? It's just Scottie McClue Talk Show. We narrowed the title down a bit. Do you like Danoon? Says Millionaire Satisfaction. Millionaire Satisfaction. I don't like Danoon. I love Danoon. I absolutely adore Dunoon. Whereabouts are you? What end are you at? Do you know Argyle Street? Do you know Alexander Street? Do you know King Street? Do you know Wellington Street? Do you know the West Bay? Do you know the Promenade? Do you know Kirn? Do you know Hunter's Quay? Do you know Inellan? Do you know the Bull Wood? Do you know the Bishop's Glen? How am I doing? Am I supplying some knowledge of Dunoon? There we are. Fantastic. Now, who have we got here? I agree with your take on auditors, Scottie. Truly pathetic hobby. Yeah, these guys need to be stopped, and they need to be stopped for their own health. Because could you imagine if there was a mistaken identity, and you know they were actually passed as terrorists? Bang, you know, something like that. So I think if these guys have any common sense, and I doubt they have, because what they're doing, they're obviously very, very low IQ. This is these auditor guys that go creeping round the back of police stations until somebody comes out, and then they get a bit of a rise out of the police. And the police are being serious, of course. They get a rise out the police, and then they can show the video. So everyone goes, oh, look at that. And they cheek up to the police to show what they can get away with. Now, I would change the law on that immediately. First thing is they put the cameras off. So you can't film police officers like that, right? And you can't cheek up to police officers, disrespecting the law. It's a form of treason. So we need to, change the law. My father taught me how to read when I was 3, Scottie. Good one, Robert. That makes sense. You'd be a fab granddad to some kids. Hey, how you doing? What a nice thing to say. Dinky-Doo, K30. I remember, long-time captain for a very hot and sunny Norwich. Neil, how lovely to have you with us from Norwich. This is just tremendous. We love it, I say. And I hope you'll all be joining me tonight at 9 o'clock sharp. Were you in the Austin Powers? No, but I used to have an Austin, car. Scottie, nothing beats the skill of the pipes. I had an Austin Somerset A40. Look that one up. That was my first car. Big bulbous chap. Lovely. No, I mean, do you prefer Celtic Rangers? Oh, I wouldn't know, Jack. I'm not really a football man. I think they're both excellent. Glasgow United, what a poor idea. It never works out. Mr. Pink, of course it would work. If McClue decides with the rest of the world that it's going to work, trust me, it'll work. There we are. You'd be amazed the campaigns I've been behind in my time. Scottie founded the Union Bears. We love it. Dinky-Doo. Yes, indeed. Have you visited Ireland? Very much so, Liam. I can tell you every blade of grass. I'm looking at a certificate for kissing the Blarney Stone at Blarney Castle early in the evening. It was beautiful. So there we are. I know it very well. Down to Killarney, Dublin, of course. Do you eat haggis every day? No. I eat haggis probably just once or twice a year, to be honest with you. But we do love it. Guys, I need a favor off every single one of you. Can you go to my last TikTok video? It's a little one. It's a joke. And I would like you to send it round all of your social media to see how far it goes. So a wee experiment, if you like. But I need your help. Welly Song, good afternoon, Scottie. Will you be donating to Just Stop Oil? Or do you think we never have and therefore never will be stopping? Well, Welly Song, I'm very, very, very unimpressed with the Just Stop Oil people for the things that they've done, the sheer vandalism, if they're supposed to be taken seriously and be intelligent people. Also, I would say I can understand. I mean, I know you're a very, very deeply caring person and very switched on. But no, I'm sorry, they've blotted their copybook in everyone's eyes. And we've got about 85% to 90% of the world's energy is still fossil fuels. And that's why it may have looked good politically, but they should never have shut Long Annet power station. If anything, they should have mothballed it. We don't have Chapel Cross anymore either. You know, things like that. So, you know, I mean, we need to keep things balanced. Everybody likes their motor cars. And in actual fact, it doesn't make any great difference. Remember, the green agenda has been pushed by people wanting to make money, and the people who are pushing the green agenda most are the ones who are polluting the world. I'm from Dunoon originally, says Ebenezer. DINKY-DOO, see, thank you. If I'm invited, see. Absolutely, Connie. So there we are. The police are recording so we can record them. Yeah, but we can't cheek up to them, Reese. That's the difference. Do you see what I mean? I'm not against the recording the police. I'm not against the fact that photography is not a crime. But I remember being at an airport and I just got a phone the day before. And I was looking for the time, and you know, the lights on your screen. So I held my phone up like that. And this woman pounced on me and said, "Oi, you can't be doing that. You can't take photos." I said, "I'm not taking any photos. I'm checking the time." She said, "Give me your phone." So I did. I said, "Here." She said, "Look, show me your photos." I said, "I don't know how to find the photos. I've only had it for a day and there are no photos of the airport." Oh, she pounced, and then she had to. I said, "What was all that about?" She said, "Well, it's a secure area. You could have been taking stuff that could have helped a terrorist." So she pounced on me. I didn't cheek up to her, of course, because I don't do that. So where do we draw the line? We can film the cops. Beat it. Now, Mac, yes, but you don't cheek up to them and argue with them. The police are paid for by us. They're expensive, but it's a luxury. Well, it's actually vital now since we brought in the pillars. They police with our consent, so we don't need half-witted idiots arguing with the police. Saying, "You don't know the law, you don't know the law." You know, all that stuff. That's just cheeky. Because in my day, the phone would have been taken off them immediately and switched off. And they would have been put in the back of the Black Mariah and taken to the cop shop. Or the police would have had a word with them. Or they might have taken them up close and birched them. And if anything, I think these people are doing a lot of harm to our freedom. So there we are, you see, because they're giving people an excuse to say, "Okay, let's clamp down." You know, so they need to learn some manners. Let's our police state well done. No, Mr. Broworth, it's nothing to do with the police state. We certainly can't have an auditor's state. That would be unwell done. So come on. All I'm saying is these people need to learn manners and treat the police properly. In fact, one poor constable was really thoroughly embarrassed by a half-wit, you know what I mean? And he couldn't do anything about it. So, you know, they need to put the phone off right away. Change the law if necessary. The law of cheeking up to the police. So it's not a police state. It's a reduction of crime. R.I.P. Tina, absolutely, Caden. She's fabulous. What have we got here? Scottie, why did the SNP engage? Oh, I don't know, Humza. I don't comment on political parties' business. We agree pollution is bad, but why are we continuing to drill for more when we can't even cope with the amount of pollution we see today? Well, when it's on, we can actually cope with the pollution. There aren't too many of us in the world. We don't need to be carbon neutral. In fact, that could actually kill off the trees. The trees are the lungs of the world, and they need CO2. So are you telling me that a few aluminium cans and a couple of cow farts and a wee bit of diesel is going to end the planet? No, 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 no. What will end the planet is people poisoning it for money, that sort of thing. And I know you can say, well, that's what oil does, but, I can imagine you in a Hillman Imp, Scottie, in the 70s. Well, I actually had a Mini. I had a 68 Mini, I think she was, F-Reg, from Edinburgh, a lovely little red 850. She was a wee bit underpowered, I have to say. Very true, Scottie. There's some corrupt professionals in all walks of life. The ones checking up, I'd question where he's got the funds for a good camera and a drone in the first place. That's the other thing, the drones. So we need to maybe start renting out a certain degree of airspace, find how high these drones go, and say, well, that airspace can be rented by the factory, so that there's no intrusion. We need to put a stop to that. Why they don't just take the drones off them, I don't know. Stick them in the bin. Can't wait for an independent Scotland. Absolutely, but don't be holding your breath. There is no case for the Union, but they won't let Scotland go, Jamie says, police are the biggest corrupt gangs going. Justice. Yes, indeed, Jamie. There are challenges and problems in the police as there are in any other organisation, but the police have a very, very, very difficult job, and they certainly don't need a few half-wits cheeking up to them. So there you go. Now, the ones cheeking up, absolutely, Stallion. Yes, indeed, that is what they are doing. Now then, was this a good idea for McClue to pop up and see you all? Hello, lad. Hello, Jack. Big up Scotland, my all-time favourite country to visit. Thank you, K3. Why don't you go to Merchant City? Well, I might do that. What hat is that? Where can I get one? This is a Glengarry, and you'll get one in the Highland Outfitters. Hello from Carlisle, big man. Dinky-Doo. Sean, Dinky-Doo. Love to Carlisle. Warwick Road, Eastern Way, London Road, Butchergate, up into English Street, and right into the city centre. Fantastic. And West Wales. Yes, indeed. Araby, Butcherby. Fantastic. Oh, Lowry Hill. Bella. How am I doing? Scotch Street. You'll get one from an army surplus store. Yes, that's right, Jamie. You'll get one army surplus if they still do it. You could pick a Glengarry up, I'm quite sure. Can you wish Cara a happy birthday? She's 25 today. Yo, blood, what's up, my boy? Fantastic. Guys, I'm needing a favor. Can everybody watching follow? Also, I want you to check out the YouTube channel. So you just go onto YouTube and put in Scottie McClue Talk Show. SCOTTIE MCCLUE Talk Show. And that will come up. And or if you're watching on TikTok right now, you'll get the URL, the link right on the bio, my TikTok bio, top of the page. Have a look and subscribe. Tell us what you think and join us tonight at 9 o'clock sharp. So there we go. Thank you's given me a beautiful presents. Pure shine. Thank you so much. That is lovely. You talk way too much. Right, shall I sit quietly for a bit? Is that better for you? Rangers or Celtic, says Erin. Erin, just go and see them both play and see who's the best. You know, hail, hail, simply the best. Can you congratulate Celtic on winning the league? I can. Yes, my cousin was in the Scots Guards. There we have it. Dinky-Doo. Dinky-Doo, Scottie. Can you wish Hairy Mary a happy 70th? Hairy Mary. There we go. Hello there, brother. Sending love from Central Scotland. Dinky-Doo, brother. Hello from a sunny Wester Hills. It's in a right state. Ah, yes. The wonderful stuff. There we go. I can get these Glengarrys, of course. Scottie, remember when you were in the radio with your phone-in show? This is a bit of a come down. No. The phone-in show is 31 years old in 3 weeks' time, 3 or 4 weeks' time. 31 years old. And my TikTok, 150 million people have watched my TikTok videos. 150 million. Now, I don't think that's any kind of come down. 31 years of fun-in. So why did you think I would ever have anything to do with any kind of come down? No, this is a glow up. I tell you. Where do I get the hat? Yeah, stop spamming now. Freedom, Dinky-Doo, Scottie McClue. Just watch the video you asked us all to watch. What an embarrassment. Chris, have you got the right one? Why are you embarrassed? Was it you we were talking about? There we go. To speak Gaelic. El camera u hakamamaha falchi ki domile falchi don TikTok agus YouTube agus SCOTTIE McCLUE. Will that do you for starters? The things, Scottie, they can say there. News reporters, journalists, so the loopholes are there to be exploited. I guess they'd have to tackle a few avenues to stop this. Well, Starry Fish, if they were journalists, they would front up right away and ID themselves. So that's a whopper for a start. These people wouldn't last a second in journalism. These people don't sound as if you could trust them to sit the right way round on the lavatory. That's what I would say about your auditors. They can't be trusted to sit the right way round on the lavatory. Journalists, are you kidding? I work with journalists. Well, Scottie, been a while. I've been upsetting daft lasses. How are you keeping, Scottie? Hello, Scottie, says Kay. How are you keeping, Scottie, says Stephen. Stephen, how lovely to have you with us, and a big Dinky-Doo. There we go. Guys, get following, please. We need another 50 followers, and we need 10 subscribers on the YouTube channel. 10. Right? YouTube channel, it's the world's best kept secret. I've got 4,000 people have found it. And there's about 3,000 videos. almost a video per person. How's you today? We are Dinky-Doo. Thank you very much, Kaylee. Scottie, it's Campbell here. What's your view on Scottish independence? Well, we're just talking about that. It would be great if Scotland was independent, but I think what the First Minister should negotiate is that we'll work on independence, but at the moment, our first demand would be that we keep all of our income. That would help Scotland and rebuild the Scottish economy. I support both Rangers and Celtic. I love the old firm. Absolutely, Billy. God save the king. Belted out by the Celts. You can't beat it. Do you remember the song Auntie Mary had a canary up the leg of her drawers? She pulled a string and made it sing, and down came Santa Claus. Yes, indeed. I can remember when it was Wee Fat Bob. Is he from your era? Yes, he was. We overlapped, actually. And then Bob took over when I left and went to Manchester. No, went to Sheffield. What do you know of the Scots Greys? Well, absolutely. The Scots Greys were at Waterloo, Greg. Mounted regiment. Is that right? The Scots Dragoon Guards. So there you have it. Oh, no, sorry, it's not. What are you talking about, user 519? Fat Bob and Soapy Shooter, yes. Scottie, where's the portrait of our good king? Well, we're waiting on one. We've still got the one of the Queen up. So there we are. Not our king, I'm Scottish. No, if you're Scottish, definitely your king, Da Vinci. Yes, with your good Scottish name, Da Vinci. Leonardo. There we are. Leonardo from Glasgow. Scottie, what's your favourite sport to play as a sprog? Rugby. Jim Bob was a rugby man. And rowing and sailing. Never the golf, I have to add. So that was the one. You are correct, Scottie. Second to none, my man. Absolutely. Everybody's king. Yes, indeed. King Charles. Good Stuart bloodline as well. A scheme boy then, says Jim Bob. Yes, Scheme Jumper Jim. Nickname Scotland's King's long dead. Nickname Da Vinci. You nickname them or name them. You tell we started off with Malcolm II, and the Queen's father, the late Queen's father, was a direct descendant. Scottie, are you in favour of Scotland and England being in unity, stronger together? Well, no, the union is not good. They need to, how can I say, I think you would take a lot of heat out of it by revising the whole relationship and ensuring that Scotland is not regarded as a colony of England. So there we are. That's what we need to do. So there we go. Now then, how are we doing for numbers? Oh my goodness me. I need another 50 followers, guys. Everybody get following, please. How are the... right, we've got 2,600 likes. We've got about another 8 minutes. So can everybody go tap, tap, tappity, tap, tappity, tappity, tap? Can you find the YouTube channel, Scottie McClue Talk Show, and subscribe? So Scottie McClue, CBE. Real, you flatter me. You're very kind. Follow us, guys, as soon as you can. That would be a commander of the British Empire. That's one below a knighthood. But you can have a knight bachelor as well. Your photo at the back, you look like a young Mickey Rooney. I thank you very much. Yes, or Ricky Mooney. Stolen valor, says Jamie. Stolen valor, Jamie? What do you mean? Who's been stealing your valor? You can't steal valor, Jamie. It's part of the person. I say to you, wonderful. Now then, if you've just joined us on the YouTube channel, welcome. The things, Scottie, they can say, yes, absolutely. I agree with you, Stallion. Fantastic. Now, guys, see how far you can get the last little video. It's just a wee joke. And see if you can send it around just to see how far it goes. That would be rather good. Do you remember me, sir? I do, Marky boy. Yes, indeed. Jessica has just joined us. Douglas has just joined us. So there we go. Fantastic stuff. So, Jamie, tell us more about why you think valor can be stolen. We're fascinated by all that sort of thing, I say to you. There we go. What's the time, guys? I think I'm going to have to dash. There we go. I have to dash. We've got a 4 o'clock. A 4 o'clock coming up. And maybe people are going to get the football. Are you from Ayrshire, sir? No, I'm from Glasgow. A long story. Maryhill in Glasgow, originally a Greenokian. But we love Ayrshire. Yes, indeed. Fantastic. Now, what do we got here? Thank you, there's David. Dinky-Doo, I say to you. Brownie's just joined us. Luke's just joined us. And user 861 has just joined us. How wonderful. Guys, I'm going to have to dash. Take great care of your dear selves. I'll give you a tune in the squeeze box. I love you. I thank you very much. Now, here we go. Everybody up for a wee tune in the squeeze box? Saturday afternoon, yes. Tell me if you'd like a tune in the squeeze box. Put in the comments. Yes or no. It's no problem at all. You decide. You tell me. So either yes or no. So guys, if you'd like a tune in the squeeze box, pop in yes or no. There we go. Dinky-Doo, Scottie, yes. Yes. Any more? Let's have, we need 10 yeses. So I need seven more yeses for a tune, but we need to be quick. Right? Are we ready? We. Yes, absolutely. Right. That's us. Let's go. There you are. Did you like that? Featured in the squeeze box for you. Now, time to push off. Wonderful. I hope you have a lovely day. The corner, the bagpipes, and the worst instruments of the planet. Jordan, you need to get your hearing sorted, son. Okay? So there we go. Now, what have we got here? Reese Dinky-Doo, I say to you. And Welly Song says yes. Welly Song's given us a yes for a wee tune on the accordion. There's Rob, he says, Princess Diana was murdered. Rob, she actually died in a car accident, bless her. She didn't have her seat belt on. Now then, Rab's just joined Dinky-Doo. Welcome, welcome. Rat has joined us. And Dinky-Doo. We have to dash. I say goodbye and thank you for joining us. Stick out your tongue and say ta-ta. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. There we are. And that's it, I'm afraid, YouTubers. Thank you so much for joining us. Make sure you're with us tonight at 9 o'clock sharp. From me, Scottie McClue, bless every single one of you. Dinky-Doo, stick out your tongue and say ta-ta. Bye-bye. Another chance. Come on. Bye-bye.